Manipur video case will be handed over to the CBI, and the centre plans to recommend that the trial of the case should also be held in a separate state. This is expected to feature in the affidavit that the centre is planning to file before the Supreme Court on Friday, saying that this controversial case, this very sensitive case of this video which emerged from Manipur, this case should be handed over to the CBI. Let the trial happen in another state, maybe in Assam, so that there are no allegations that it has been a bias probe. Let there be a free and fair trial in another state. Also, another important development that the man who shot this particular video has been caught, and the phone has also been seized. This is also what top government sources are telling us. This will be very important because this could also establish the chain of evidence on how this video actually got leaked. The video was dated May 4th, but it got leaked many days later, in fact, just on the eve of the parliament session. So how did this video get leaked? The man who shot it has been identified and arrested. These are also another big development in the Manipur case. Government sources also telling us, importantly, that the centre is speaking to both the communities in Manipur, the Kukis and the Metis, and is hopeful to get them on the same table soon. In fact, talks with both the sides have been held separately over various rounds, and now the talks to get them on the same table, the effort towards that is at an advanced stage, the government sources are telling us. Also, another important point, the centre admits that the violence is still happening in Manipur, but at a much smaller scale, and no death has been reported in the state since July 18th. Nearly 36,000 central forces have made a buffer between both the communities in Manipur, and all these 36,000 central forces were moved to Manipur within 30 hours after the first reports of violence came on May 3rd. Government sources are also pointing out that there is no price hike situation in the state. There is adequate supplies of essentials which has been restored in the state, and also clearly saying that the full force of law will take its place in Manipur. No guilty person will be spared, and already some of the major cases have been handed over to the CBI and the NIA, and the latest will be this video case of involving the gruesome rape of women, 2 women there, which will also be handed over to the CBI. On the way ahead in this case, government sources are saying that the biometric and thumb impressions will be taken of all people who are coming from Myanmar into Manipur, so that they can be put in the negative list of voters so that they do not get citizenship. Also, the centre is planning to fast track the border fencing project with Myanmar. We all know that the porous boundary with Myanmar, there is no border fencing with the Myanmar on a very long border. So the border fencing project will be fast tracked, and a survey is now being conducted on the fencing project also at a fast pace. Sources also have clearly said that the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has been in constant touch with officials, including the Home Minister, for frequent updates on the Manipur situation. In fact, HM Amit Shah had camped in Manipur for 3 days, and MOS Home, Mr. Nityanand Rai, his junior minister in the Home Ministry, stayed put in Manipur from May 25th to June 17th. Government sources are also comparing this to the last time the violence erupted in Manipur in 1993, which had lasted for almost 8 months. Government sources saying that the then MOS Home of the Congress government had replied in the parliament, and then the then MOS Home in 1993 had just paid a 3.5-hour visit to Manipur, including spending 2 hours at the airport and an hour at the CM's house. In comparison, the response of the government of India in the present violence case, in the present violence which broke out in May, has been prompt, and a lot of forces have been rushed here. Government sources also pointing out that there were 2 particular incidents which have led to this violence. Number 1 was the High Court judgment which asked for the ST status to be given to the Methi community, which obviously angered the Kukis who live in the hill areas. And the second was a statement by a Manipur minister that revenue villages will be created in the Kuki areas for people who had come from Myanmar. That angered the Metis, and this deadly cocktail of anger on both sides erupted on May 3rd to May 5th in Chandrachurpur, when violence erupted for the first time. But the centre is saying, central government sources say, that they responded promptly to this. Forces were rushed here. There is no price hike situation in the state right now. Essentials have been restored, and most importantly, the case which has brought also Manipur to a national limelight in a way, this particular video which got leaked, this gruesome video which has been condemned by everybody, everyone across society, by all political parties. This video will see a top probe by the CBI now. The trial will be held in different state. The major accused in this case, over 5 accused, have been arrested, and now the man who shot the video has also been arrested.